Hello everybody and welcome to Whiskey Business. Tonight I'm making, I don't really even know what to call this dish, so maybe by the end of the video I'll have a name for it. I'm gonna make something super simple, just a salad, but with steak and tomatoes and some goat cheese. It's kind of like a simple, but yet feels a little decadent, feels like something you might have on a date night, hence the 2 glasses for my husband and I. Something that you'd go out to maybe a steakhouse and just get, a really nice salad that has some good steak on it. So that is kind of what I'm making, perfect for summer. I went to my farmer's market and I got a bag of spinach and arugula. I have a small flat iron steak. You could use flank steak or hanger steak. This is just what happened to be on sale at the store. 2 pints of grape tomatoes, some garlic. I'm not using all of that garlic, but some garlic, and some goat cheese and a little olive oil. We're gonna do the garlic and the grape tomatoes, in the air fryer. And then we're just gonna do a quick sear on that steak, 5-7 minutes on each side. Put the goat cheese, the tomatoes, the garlic on the salad, slice up that steak. Cannot get any easier than that. Super simple, but it's gonna be really tasty. And like I said, perfect for a meal for 2 for you and someone special. So our whiskey is the Virginia Distillery Co. Port Cast Finish Virginia Highland Whiskey. My husband found this one and had been wanting to check it out, and a friend of mine, he has had it several times. He's up in Maryland, says it's great, so we gave it a try. To me, it has a bit of a Scotch taste to it, a little bit of that peatiness, but pretty smooth at the end, and it tastes really good. So if you try it, like it, let us know how you like it, check it out. And now we're gonna chop up our grape tomatoes and some garlic and put that in the air fryer. I have all of my tomatoes cut in half. I was kind of careful with it. I didn't want them to kind of burst and squeeze out. You want them to burst in the air fryer and not get all too dried out. And then we want those juices in there to make them tasty in the air fryer. And I did about 10 cloves of garlic. That may seem like a lot. We like a lot of garlic. If you can't handle that much garlic, cut back a little, but trust me, it's worth it. And then I just tossed it with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of balsamic, some salt, and some pepper. And I'm gonna let this sit for a second while I season my steak. Okay, I've got my steak seasoned. I've got my air fryer prepping, and I've got my cast iron starting to get hot with a little bit, like a tablespoon of clarified butter. You want to make sure that your steak has come to room temperature. Pull it out 30 minutes, even a little longer, to bring it to room temperature. You don't want to put a cold steak in a hot pan. It's going to sear, but the inside is going to be cold. So this is thin. It's not going to take long. It's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So my air fryer is ready. I seasoned it liberally with salt and pepper. A lot of this is going to pull off, and it's going to form that crust on the outside of the steak. So more is needed than you think, but don't douse it. And I did both sides. I let that rest with the salt and pepper to kind of penetrate. And now that my butter is melted, we're gonna add our steak. Like I said, 2 to 3 minutes on both sides. These tomatoes are gonna go in the air fryer for 10 minutes. All right, always put your steak away. You wanna hear that sizzle, otherwise it's not hot enough. We're gonna let it sit for 30 seconds, and I'm gonna flip it just so I can get a kiss on both sides, and then we're gonna cook each side for 2 to 3 minutes. I've got my salad ready, and I've got my goat cheese all broken up, and my tomatoes are now done. If you're not a fan of goat cheese, one, I might judge your taste, just kidding, but you can use fresh mozzarella or even burrata if you can find it. So I'm just going to lightly drizzle this with olive oil and balsamic, and I say lightly because all of those juices from the tomatoes are going to use as your salad dressing for this, because it's going to be bursted and beautiful and have all that great flavor from the olive oil and balsamic in the tomatoes in the air fryer. Our steak is done and it's resting, and you want to let it rest for about as long as you cooked it. So since it only took 5 to 10 minutes total cooking, we're gonna let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. And we're gonna put the tomatoes on this now, so that way it kind of also melts that goat cheese. And I'm gonna spread that out, and it's gonna get that goat cheese all nice and soft and melted. And then we're gonna slice up our steak and put this on top. Here you can see our beautiful steak, all those juices around it. I put also rosemary in the pan, just to be noted, for more aromatics. So that's what you see on top. And you wanna go against the grain. So you can kind of see the lines are going this way. So my husband is going to cut across this way. So that's like a perfect medium. If you want it medium rare, then do a minute less on each side. I think we ended up doing 3.5 minutes just because our cast iron needs to be seasoned more, and so it wasn't quite getting the color we wanted, but this to me is perfect. So if you want a medium rare, do 2 minutes on each side. If you want it medium well, again, I'm gonna judge your taste, but this for us is perfect. So we're gonna continue to slice this up, and then we're gonna add this to our salad. And here we have our final product. So here is our perfect, savory, delicious, but simple date night restaurant quality salad. It takes no time, 15 minutes for everything, and it's gonna be delicious. So let us know how you like it. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit that little bell for notification, and we will see you next time.